Alright, welcome to High Style Sundays. Y'all know what's going on. We down here at Drink Factory, the exclusive lounge and studios. You know we got a little boca on deck. We got bippers in the building. We got dummies, spliffy, everything you need. Shout out to all the sponsors. We got a very, very special guest. Y'all need to get your notepads out. Free game time is here. My man Og Bippenz, man. What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Blessed. Happy to be here for real.
Of course. I appreciate you pulling up on me. I know your schedule is very tight.
Oh, man. I'm a regular human being, man. Till I make it out the trenches, bro, I can't even act bougie on this camera.
It's all good. So for everybody that doesn't know, don't know what you're about, what you do, let me know real quick.
I'm an artist curator. I do activations, marketing. I'm part of this thing called Mixed Mediums. One of the founders there, where we do, content. We also have a platform for fine artists. We do brand partnerships in the hospitality industry. With like sneakers, sneaker companies, you name it. I kind of work behind the scenes. Arts and entertainment, music, community, and impact. So.
Okay. And now talk to us about where'd you get your start from? Because with everything you said, you can't just jump out the porch and start doing that. You gotta, work your way up to that. So where'd you get your start from?
Born in West Baltimore. Kind of like a little troubled childhood. Got in trouble a lot. Went to Beachfield. Went to North Bend, West Baltimore Middle. My mom kind of took me down to Atlanta for a little bit. I came back up here with my dad. Got in trouble a lot. That was it. And then, but when it came to high school, I was fortunate enough for the opportunity to go to Catonsville. So that kind of took me out of my element and put me in a space where I was exposed to something a little bit more than like what it was in the culture. Like, when we around each other in Baltimore, it's like we cutting up. In school, you cutting up. But like there, I was introduced with just being able to be a part of different clubs. So I joined the International Club. I joined the French Club, Jardin Corday Avoir. I joined the Spanish Club. I joined, just different programs and stuff that they had in school to kind of like open my mind up. And that's where I fell in love with art. Like the art thing of like learning fine art history, and just being a fan of like what was going on at that time. Whether it was like Pharrell, and Nigo with Babe, and like Nike, what Jordan, who Tinker was, the nigga that designed the Jordans, like all of these young creatives, like early like what inspired him, and like why was Japanese denim important. Like, so that's what kind of gave me like I was just different for real.
Okay. And now, what to you is like the best experience you've had so far, in your career?
I'm pretty jaded at this point, so the best experience was me being able to get an opportunity to go to college in New York. So I lived in New York for like almost 5-6 years. So by me going up there, I was able to kind of do different internships to really understand like how the industry maneuvers that I work in. I did the Hot 97, did some things with DD172, with Dave Dash, Creative Control. At that time, like Currency was like the shit. Like, you think it's Currency. Everybody wanted to be a weed rapper at that time. Like Currency, Wiz, Cushion Orange Juice era. So I was able to kind of soak game up, and I was able to have a space where I was allowed to make mistakes. And then, even with different brand shops, shout out to the city that don't sleep. Like, they had Bushwick on tilt. They was right next to Kid Super, and I was able to kind of dive a little bit more with what they were offering and doing. I went through hardships though, bro. Like New York is different because it's so expensive to live up there. Like, it was tough, but it was like some of the best memories that I actually had. Like, me coming from Baltimore, I had to fight a lot up that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas get to talking real fast. Hey yo, beat. Yeah, running some shit. You know what I mean? But it's like, it was a good experience, you know.
Okay. And now you also deal with artists as well.
Yes.
So what's that experience like, and where has it taken you so far?
Experience with artists. Okay, like the good artists that because you get a good percentage of like good people to work with. First of all, I don't work with people over like stature, what they have, um, how much clout they got, or anything. I watch people for how they treat the people that's around them first. So it's kind of like if I meet somebody and they treat their homeboys like shit, and they're not tapping in a certain way or a manner like with their own people in their team. I don't even want to be attached to that shit, right? So for those artists, like I always try to find the people that are really like it's genuine, like it happens organically, you know, and we go from there, you know. So I kind of think like me even, you know, being so closely working with my business partner, Kid, you know, with Bashir, the Kid Balloon, and how that kind of came about was just more so genuine, like we just been, you know, locked in, you know, and it's just more than just us. Like it's more than just like the art. It's just more so about like getting these ideas off, you know, like being in a space where you can work and rely on people, where you can kind of get ideas off. So it went from slight management thing to now we are just business partners. Like,
Okay. And why is that important? Like to have that business aspect locked down.
um, because everybody, it's a sad story for entrepreneurs until you're a millionaire. You know, so it's kind of like you're right in the like the you're right in the like the saddest novel until like the last chapter of the book. You know, and that's like when you reach success and shit. So it's like the business aspect is because it enables you to learn. It enables you to fall and get back up, and then that's when you see who you really are. Like if you can fall down on the ground, roll in the mud, and do it, it's conditioning you to be able to yield in the future and sustain when shit get tough. And that's the thing that our generation really don't understand. Niggas get something real fast. Nigga get a quick buck or a quick come up real fast, and then when something happen, you never hear from them again. That's because they're not battle tested. They don't understand, like, yo, this shit gonna be fucked up for a little bit. You gonna have to start over again. You gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Like, you gonna have to be prepared for everything. But if you keep going, you know, eventually you get to the end of the chapter. I'm talking to God now. I'm like, yo, I need to get to that last chapter.
I feel you. Okay. What would you say, like, to an artist? What's one piece of advice you can give to an artist that can change their career? Something that can change in what they're doing, their motion. What would you tell them?
Advice for an artist to change their career. I would say that's a good question. I would say put your energy into building the right relationships. When you meet people that may be a fan or like you got to be able to see things in people quick. So identify good behavior in people and build relationships with them. And that's the way you do it. So you meet 10 people, 9 of them might be assholes. But you might have somebody that really will invest in your vision and what you're doing and pull them in. So it's kind of like we was talking about earlier, off camera, like you building a community. Is the bigger your community that you build, the more it's going to create sustainability and longevity in your art. Because I'd rather take 1,000 solid motherfuckers and go to the end and have 100,000 of like wishy-washy people that's really not invested. So, relationship building.
I like that. And I'm talking about, everything you've talked about so far. Would you say you in general, do you feel like you're happy in life? Like you're happy with everything you're doing, where you are?
That's a good question. Am I happy? I think being happy is a relationship in itself. It's a relationship with oneself. So it's kind of like you have your days where you wake up and you might not feel like the best because you might be going through something, things happen in life. But I think it's just that, like, you build strength and and your tolerance and being able to kind of like go through it and learn how to like love yourself again and learn how to find that place of happiness and like because we all wake up and want to fucking quit, quit on life, quit on it, we all do it, but when you kind of will through something and find that happiness again, it brings you a fulfillment that like no one else. Like so you could be in a relationship, but if you're not happy within yourself, then that you'll never reach to the point where you like truly happy. So.
And with what all the different businesses and stuff you do, there's a lot I know of times that you're uncomfortable, but you gotta get through stuff. So, how do you get through being uncomfortable in different situations?
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
I like that.
That's rule number one. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yeah. I mean, also is being able to rely on the right people around you. Like I think I'm in my silent era where it's kind of like I want to become a student all over again. So like where I'm at in life, it's like, hey, like I learned this, I gained some success from this. I had trial and error, and now it's time for me to be a student again and kind of like soak up some more games so I can go to the next level. So I honestly, I only want to use my ears this year. This might be the last interview of the year because I'm gonna be using my ears all year and shit. I want to use my ears this year, yo.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what do you see in the future for your, overall career? What's in the future for you?
More art curation, the media platform taking off, and in the art space, the gallery opening, just being like and being culturally impactful and in the art space, in the fine art community, thriving and providing opportunities for creatives, yielding, and then if I have time, I work on, putting out my own arts and, music and production and things like that,
That's where it all started from, right?
Yeah. That's where the passion started from me, doing the producing and, the music thing, that's where it brought in my eye, being able to see everything else,
And talk to us a little bit, if you can, just briefly about the financial ups and downs you go through this, because you play a lot of the background games. And, sometimes it's all good. Sometimes you gotta make it to the next week. How do you handle all that?
How do I handle it? You handle it because if you love what you do, you're going to keep pushing, But let me tell you, to everybody listening, it's net 90s, it's net 30s, it's net 60s. You have to be able to prepare yourself for those time periods when like things are slowing down. And and then it's 4 economic quarters. So you know that you need money from a company in this fourth quarter, you might not be able to get that money. Because it's like they spent that money throughout the whole year, and there's not a lot left in the budget for you, So that's even with artists that sign, when they decide to roll out your product or your project, and you in the fourth quarter, you might not be able to fully execute your whole marketing plan, So it's just understanding where you at, but you have to be comfortable with that until you prove yourself to overcome like those small obstacles. Because honestly, our minds and our thoughts make things bigger than actually what they are, So it's kind of like it's how you react to it. So like when I had moments where things kind of fell through companies and stuff like that. I always looked at it as like, oh, this company or this platform couldn't use this. I always looked at it like, well, shit, it's a great time. Now we own 100% of the footage and we're able to do and push it out the way that we want to push it out, and then we'll be able to build and continue to build the community. So it's how you look at shit, honestly.
What would you say is like your overall mission?
Oh, man. My overall mission in life is to work for my last name, not my first. My son, I have an 11-year-old. You know, I'm working diligently every day to try to provide him just an experience in like that. You know, I know he deserves. So that's why my success. I don't want my success for myself. Of course, like I'm gonna be happy about my success, but I just want to be able to just create like such a creative environment for him to thrive. You know that it allows him to be the person that he wants to be. You know, a lot of times we grow up, we don't get to be the person that we want to be.
Yeah.
Because of just different like things that kind of hold us back, and I want to put him in an environment where he can completely be a free thinker and do the things that he loved to do, and watch him find success in that space will be like the biggest blessing in the world.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. What or how can people get in contact with you? How can they reach you? You know, if they trying to work with you, trying to
talk to you
like.
Yeah, honestly, my Instagram, Og Bippenz, Og Bippenz is my Instagram. Mixed Mediums is the company that's also the Instagram. I think it's MXD.MDMS. I remember that.
It's in his bio too. So.
Oh yeah. Like it's in my bio. I'll be around. We're going to see. We typically in the area surrounding Maryland.
Taking your clients.
Yeah. It has to make sense though. Like I wanted to make sense for them as well. So I'm definitely taking clients, people that are serious about what they do.
I see what you done with Kid Balloon. Y'all really.
Oh yeah. We locked in. We done been through everything together. Shout out the Kid, man. Shout out
y'all the Celebration Club too.
Oh yeah, shout out the club. Shout out the club. Shout out to 812. Shout out to everybody, the community.
You got another big event planned for Baltimore? Can we look out for something?
Yeah, top of the quarter. We coming through with artist talks in the hospitality space. We just trying to provide we're trying to provide to add to the culture of Baltimore from a standard, like from an industry standard to where the people kind of respect what we doing.
I'll see that for sure. Anything you got going on?
Podcast rolling out. December 3rd, we rolling the podcast out every week. The Mixed Mediums podcast. Shout out to our partners, MRI, the Maryland Rhythm Institute, for providing a platform, for us to do that. Yeah, man. We got galleries coming for sure.
Appreciate you pulling up on me. Man, Og Bippenz, man, this has been a long time coming.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have you back. I'm sure we're going to do some events together.
For sure.
Some in the past, so.
Hell yeah, man. That's the guy. When I call him, he always answers.
You already know, man. I appreciate you once again.
Absolutely.
Everybody, y'all know what's going on. We down here at the Dream Factory. We got the Boca. We got Bippers down here. We got strawberry tequila. Check it out. It's everywhere online. DrinkWithBoca.com. Go check out Bippers. They're on 25th Street. Black Wall Street. They're down there. Got the best gas in the state. We're down here at the Dream Factory. Best sound in the state. Maybe in the East Coast. You never know.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you once again.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Of course.